What's going on, guys? And I'm back with another video after it's been nearly a month. So I'll just get straight into an explanation right here because I know I said I'd make more videos at my last video. Well, that clearly didn't happen. So I'm gonna be real with you right here. It's not like I didn't want to stop making videos or stop playing games, because I'm gonna be real with you. It's not like I've been playing games and not making videos. It's nothing like that. It's that like I haven't recorded or played any games in a fat minute. Actually, it's been about, I would say, a bit over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I would say, since my last video, actually, because after I made that video, I took my dog for a walk. And kind of a sad story, but like it's not like a heartbreaking story. So I took my dog for a walk and I took a tennis ball with me. And no, my dog didn't get run over or anything like that. He's alive. He's actually right next to me. But what happened was I threw the ball, like I went to like a large grassland area so me and him could just play a game of fetch, let him run around outside, get his daily exercises going. And I threw the ball, like, imagine I'm on a sidewalk and then there's a patch of grass on my left and another on the right. On the right side, there's like a fence type of thing where the ball can go through and I won't be able to get the ball back. So I throw it to the left side where there's more grass and land and all that. So like he won't lose the ball. And he ran towards the gate. And he realized the ball wasn't going towards the gate. He realized the ball's directly on his left. So he made an instant left turn and jumped on the sidewalk to the other side of the grass. And then all of a sudden he just like whimpered and like yelped. And I didn't really see what happened during that time. It kind of just happened. And all of a sudden he's limping on his left rear leg. And he won't even put it down. He won't put pressure on. He won't even walk. He was about to just lay there. And I'm trying to keep him standing up so I could try to see what's wrong. I thought he stepped on something. So I'm checking his paws and everything. He's like whimpering every time I'm touching it. So I'm kind of like freaking out a little. I'm like, oh my god, what just happened to my dog? I literally threw a tennis ball for him to go fetch, and all of a sudden he just yelped and he's limping everywhere. So he's barely walking. So like I didn't think he was gonna make it back to the house. So I just picked him up immediately and walked him back to our house. And then I'm asking my mom, I was like, what is wrong with him? Like, I have no idea what just happened. And my mom's not a vet or anything, so she has no idea either. So later on, about a day or two later, he's still doing the same thing. He is still limping. He has not put that leg down at all. We kind of figured he probably tore a muscle or something, and he's just got to stretch it out. That was not the case at all. So a day and a half, maybe 2 days later, my mom took him to the vet while I was at work, and I'm like distracted the entire time at work, wondering what has happened to him. And I got a text back from my mom. He tore his ACL. And I'm not too familiar with those, but when we heard from the vet, it's pretty common. And I never heard that before because Dallas, my dog, he is not my first dog. He is actually my second dog. I had a dog named Bailey, and I'm not going to get into it with her, but she never tore her ACL, and she was a purebred chocolate lab. And Dallas, he is a lab Doberman mix. He's around a medium size, weighs about between 45-50 pounds. So he's like a medium sized type of dog. And my other dog, Bailey, she was a purebred. She was a lot bigger than him. She never tore an ACL or anything like that. Dallas did, so my biggest guess is because, and I asked my girlfriend about it. It wasn't my guess, it was her guess. But she thinks it was because he's a mixed breed, so his genes are completely different. Like, he's got Doberman and lab genes in him. So, like, his genes and the way his bone structure and muscles are different. So, like, that's how he probably tore it a lot easier, because his body's built different. But I was still, like, shocked. I was like, a dog tearing their ACL. Like, that's something I would hear from, like, a football player or, like, a baseball player doing if they tore something like that. I would never figure a dog tearing their ACL by running after a ball. So my dude's literally a klutz right now. So he's doing a lot better. We put him through surgery immediately a day after we found out, because they said it's best to get it over with as soon as possible, because it wouldn't slowly get better. It would probably slowly get worse and just stay the same. So he went under surgery the day after, and they said it would take about 3 to 4 hours. We brought him there at around, let's say 8:30 in the morning, and they said he'd be done at around midnight. They got started with him at around 2 to 3 in the afternoon. So I'm kind of like, I've been sitting at home, like getting all nervous and everything, wondering what is going on with my dog right now, because I felt bad bringing him to the vet because he's got separation anxiety, because he is a rescue. We got him right before he was a year old, and he's been through 3 homes, so he's got a separation anxiety without a doubt. So I had to walk him to the back of the kennel area where they hold him as a patient or whatever. And I had to walk into the kennel with him and then walk over him and leave. And I felt horrible doing that. Oh my god, I couldn't handle it. And it made me feel like how I would feel if I was just a kid and my mom tricked me to walk into a room with the doctor and just left immediately and didn't say a thing. That's how I felt that I just did him, and I felt so guilty about it. I just couldn't handle it. But later on, he got his surgery done, and they chose to keep him for the rest of that day after his surgery. So his surgery ended around 5 in the afternoon, I would say. So they kept him for the rest of the day, and we picked him up the next day around noon. Around noon, and he comes out with a big ass cone, and a little it's not a cast, but it was a wrap, a pink wrap. I'll put it in the picture right here. Look at this poor man. I felt so bad. But yeah, they put a giant cone, it was the size for a Great Dane or something. I was like, dude, is this cast, or not his cast, his cone need to be that big? There could have been a smaller cone than that, because even I could hardly see his face because the cone was so big. So he had to wear his little brace wrap thing for about a week. And about 3 days before we took it off, he had to wear that for a week. So about 3 days before he took it off, he started putting some pressure on it, started walking around. But let me tell you this, the week when we brought him home, I was stressing out so much. I was freaking out so much because he was not able to walk at all, and he loves going for those, and he wasn't even able to go upstairs and lay in bed with me or anything. I just felt horrible about the whole thing. I literally did. He wasn't able to go upstairs for a week, and it made me have some weird separation anxiety from him. It would make me feel horrible if I went upstairs to play a game or do something by myself or whatever, and he couldn't just sit next to me or whatever. It made me feel like shit if I did that. So I'm literally nearly downstairs for a whole week, and then he would sleep in my mom's room downstairs at night. So it really affected me as well. And later on, after he started getting better, we took him back to the vet to cut his wrap off. After a week, they said we could cut it off. He still has his big scar. He has a scar around his knee area, and they cut it off just so they can let his wound or whatever get oxygen. But now he's doing a whole lot better. But during that time, he had a big fade going on, but he's doing a lot better now. He's going up and down stairs. Sometimes he kind of limps a little, especially around nighttime, and that's when I try to give him his painkillers so he sleeps a lot easier. But yeah, my boy's doing so much better now. We try to go on 5 walks every day now. I could not relieve how much it was driving me nuts. I was freaking out. I was having small little panic attacks because I was like, I can't handle this. I feel so bad looking at him like this. It's kind of like when I had a panic attack at the hospital last summer. It was shit like that. I could not handle looking at him like that. It was freaking me out. And it's just like, he's my boy and everything. I want him to be safe. I want him to be happy. I don't want him to be going through pain. I love that dude. He's my dude. And I just, you know when you have a dog and, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. When you have a dog or just someone that you really care about like that, and they don't really understand their situation, and then you're just trying to help them through the whole thing. Gets a little emotional, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just glad he's doing a whole lot better, because his wound as well, he had to wear the cone at night because he would try to lick it, and he's not allowed to lick it because he could infect it, and if he kept licking it, it would give it an infection, and he would have probably had to lose his leg. So that was also stressing me out as well, because I always felt bad putting that cone on him. But yeah, guys, he's doing a whole lot better now. He can lick his wound now. The wound's like no longer like having some small little scabs or bleeding or whatever. Like, it's finally healed up and everything, so I'm just really happy he's a whole lot better now. But yeah, I just have this Rainbow Six Siege gameplay going on because I haven't played Siege in a while and I kind of wanted to play it. And I think I recorded like 2 days ago, but work and everything like that, I just never had time to put this video up and everything. So yeah, guys, I'm just so glad he's doing better. It's relieved so much stress from myself right now. So yeah, guys, can't even talk right now, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try to make as many videos as I can now, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.